My life hasn't really been as pretty.
Nearly 700,000 children are abused in the U.S. each year. That's according to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Ingrid was one of them. I'm Ginette Troya. On tonight's episode of Florida Focus, we'll share her story of survival. We're calling her Ingrid to protect her privacy. Ingrid agreed to share her story in hopes that other survivors will know they're not alone. We want to warn you this may be difficult for some people to watch. The Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network estimates that a child is sexually assaulted every 9 minutes in this country.
I remember he came in my room and it happened when I was 7.
Most victims of sexual abuse are attacked by someone they know in their own home.
It's kind of sad knowing that your dad actually abused you. Knowing that he's not gonna grow up with you, but it's sad, yeah. But well, hopefully one day I can forgive him.
Fear kept her silent for years until one day she decided to share what had happened to her.
I remember that I told my teacher, and she was the only one that believed in me from what was going on. My mom didn't believe me. Nobody from my family really believed me. I didn't really talk about it either until I literally broke silence.
According to Ray, more than 99% of predators are never incarcerated. Part of the reason is that DNA usually needs to be collected within 72 hours. While other exams can point to abuse, these tight deadlines make it nearly impossible for children to ever get justice.
Typically, about half of the children that are being identified in child abuse and neglect are under the age of 5. And 1 in 4 is an infant. So it's our youngest children are bearing the brunt and the burden of child abuse and neglect.
For 40 years, Champions for Children have worked to help people like Ingrid in the Tampa Bay area. Their mission is to build stronger families, focusing on child abuse prevention programs.
I feel like if the most important thing in our job, or any person in the community, is actually to look at the red flags. What's going on? What's changed in this child? So one of the most common things that we can identify with child abuse is how the kid behaves. A lot of times children behave very differently around certain people. It could be grandparent, uncle, even their own parent. Another red flag would be isolation.
About 8 years ago, Ingrid's life changed completely. A woman adopted Ingrid and her siblings. If you suspect that a child is a victim of abuse or neglect, please report it. Call these numbers. The Florida Abuse Hotline accepts reports 24 hours a day and 7 days a week.